Hey everyone, this is Lady Vintage Bags and welcome to day 5 of Collectionmas, where between now and Christmas Eve, I will be posting every day a different sub-collection of my entire handbag collection. And big shout out to Living Lux with Meredith, who was the pioneer of this trend. Day 5 is going to be the oldest bag of each brand that I own collection. So starting out with Hermes. Now, granted, this is the default because I only have one vintage Hermes bag, but it is vintage. It is from the 1970s, and this is called the Hermes Sac Sandrine, also known as the Hermes Sandrine bag, named after French actress Sandrine Dumas, who is the daughter of Jean-Louis Dumas, who was the 5th generation family member to run Hermes, and he is the same Jean-Louis who created the Birkin bag with Jane Birkin. And this is the original model from the 1970s, not the re-edition from the 1980s. And this was 1,300 euro, which I got in either 2019 or 2020 from a French reseller. So it's about 2,000 Australian dollars. And what I love about this is that you can have 3 different strap settings. This is the shortest doubled up. This is the longest strap setting, which you can wear as a shoulder bag. And this is my crossbody setting, which I have hacked by adding in a strap extender. So you get 3 different lengths, making this a very multifunctional bag. It is from Box Leather. And if you want to know how you can spar box leather at home yourself, I'll leave the tutorial here. And it has the most luscious leather on the inside that smells and feels absolutely beautiful. If you want to see more about this bag, I have a whole review video about it here. This is my oldest Louis Vuitton bag. I believe it's from the 1970s, and this is called the Sac Vendome. This is also my most expensive Louis Vuitton bag, which I bought for about 900 Australian dollars back in 2019 from my favorite seller, brand JFA, on eBay. It has the beautiful treated leather, so it not only scratch resistant with the canvas, but also water resistant all over. A beautiful and unique gold shaped padlock, which is so vintage. You can still hear the springs in it. Open her up and she's a typical granny purse with these compartments. The great thing I love about this is it's so old, it predates the Bitternight, meaning there's no sticky, tarry interior anywhere on this vintage Louis Vuitton bag, which I absolutely love. These are much rarer to find on the pre-loved market. They're not impossible to find, but they are rarer to find. And so to get them in good condition, they will cost a little bit more, hence this being my most expensive vintage Louis Vuitton bag. My 2 oldest Chanels are both Series 0 bags. This is a lambskin with like a curved chevron, sort of half moon type, single flat bag. This, I'm not sure if it's lambskin, but it's been painted, so I can't feel the true texture of the leather anymore. And this is a Series 0 white bag. They both have the 24K coated CC turn lock. This one has a burgundy interior. I'm using my gifted Zumoni handbag organizer in there. That's the Zumoni small classic flap organizer. This one has an all white interior, but I'm not sure if the interior has been sparred as well. I also use a bag organizer in this one. This one I actually got the authenticity card as well. And what's so special about the Series 01 is that they came with the president's signature, and the back has this unique white stripe behind the serial number. So if it's Series 0 and you're like, why does my authenticity card look weird? It could be because it has those extra features of the president's signature and the white stripe. But I did get the bag authenticated, and that's what the authenticator explained to me. I used Zico's authentication. So I got this bag in 2020. This was about 1,300 US dollars at the time, so about 2,000 Australian dollars. Again, from my favorite seller at the time, brand JFA. This was a bit cheaper than the other vintage bags because one side is a little bit misshapen. So you can see that's the good side, and that's the bad side. But the front and the back of the bag and the base of the bag were fine. This bag was one of my worst pre-loved purchases. So I got this from a Thai Instagram seller who was not clear about the condition of the bag because I asked if the bag had been sparred and she said no, but the bag has clearly been painted. So that was very disappointing. This bag was even more expensive. So it was 1,600 US dollars. So it was about 2,300 Australian dollars. So this bag cost more than this bag. This bag is in worse condition than this bag. And this bag I got in 2020 when, there was a big surge in prices of bags. That was probably a bad time to buy it. For both bags, I have added these ribbons to the top. You can see there and there. I've added these ribbons so that I can attach top handle straps or other straps if I want to. So as you can see, I've added a pearl top handle. Interestingly, this is a double grommet, and you can see the vintage double grommets are side by side, whereas the modern bags are vertical. And if you're not familiar, the vintage straps will have one link in the chain that does not have the leather woven through it. This is only a single grommet bag here. This is my vintage Gucci ophidia style camera bag. So it has, you can see the vintage Gucci mixed metal logo there with the GGs, the green and red sherry webbing. The inside tag is really faded and the interior is currently becoming powdery and degrading. So I've got a handbag organizer in there just to protect my stuff because I can't be bothered cleaning it out at the moment. But you can scrub off the degrading interior. You can see the GG zipper pull here. No back pocket. So granted, this is my only Gucci bag currently. So by default, it is the oldest one. This is not Gucci accessories collection. So I think this might be from the 90s or early 2000s. The Gucci accessories collection has the same style bag and they're from the 90s and older. So 90s, 80s, 70s, etc. One thing I want to point out that is a con with vintage Gucci bags is there is the degrading interior. One, it becomes powdery, starts to flake off, gets all over your stuff, needs to be cleaned out. And two, Gucci bags, both vintage and modern, many of them do not come with a strap keeper. See this little leather bit that holds the strap down? So without it, your strap just flaps about, which looks very unelegant. So I had to make my own. I know that it doesn't match. This is a black strap keeper, whereas my strap is brown, but this is the closest thing I had. This is actually just a leftover watch strap keeper. So I just hacked that myself for the moment. And the third con I want to mention about Gucci bags is because the placement of the loop here is a bit further down. So it starts at about halfway, the stitching starts at about halfway down the bag. What happens is sometimes when you're wearing the bag inadvertently flips upside down when you're wearing it. Now, if your bag is not zipped all the way up, all your things are going to fall out. So I don't know why they've done it like that, but that is one problem that I've noticed. Is you're walking, and then pop, everything goes upside down, which is very annoying. So just be aware of those three cons of vintage Gucci bags. I do also have a front pocket, but the front pocket interior has started degrading, but it's not as bad as the main compartment. And I got this for about $190 from an Australian seller, back when Australia had the carousel selling app. This is my vintage Bally bag that I got in my birthday haul for 2024. So I recently started collecting vintage Bally bags. I don't exactly know when this bag is dated, but style-wise, this is the most outdated out of all the bags I got in my birthday haul. So I'm kind of just guesstimating that this is the oldest. This could be anywhere from the 1970s to the 1990s. I'm not really sure. So I got this for about 120 Australian dollars on eBay from a Japanese seller, grade A pre-loved condition. So I thought that was a really good price for a grade A pre-loved vintage designer handbag. Beautiful pebbled leather mixed with a beautiful smooth black leather. And it's in really good condition and it has an adjustable strap and it is highly compartmentalized on the inside with a beautiful leather lining. So if you just want to dip your toes in a nice quality leather bag that's pre-loved, check out Vintage Bally online. That's Bally of Switzerland, B-A-L-L-Y. This is my vintage YSL granny bag, which could be from the 1970s to the 1990s. I really don't know. It is by default my oldest bag because it is my only YSL bag. It has the YSL monogram all throughout. It is like one of those sort of doctor style purse bags. See, it opens up like that. This bag may have been Frankenstein by a previous owner. I feel like this is not original hardware for the straps. I could be wrong. It might be original hardware, but I feel like maybe not. And this I got for under 120 Australian dollars from a Thai Instagram reseller back in 2019. This is my vintage Dior Trotteur print in the black. And this looks like a book. So if you hold it up like that and you open it up, it looks like a book. It has these like bookend corners, which I really love about it. And it has a back pocket. Very compartmentalized when you open it up. I bought this because I really wanted something in the Trotteur print and I didn't want to spend too much. So this was from an Australian seller I got for about 200 Australian dollars. And this was from eBay back in about 2019. It looks like a part of the strap has been restitched. So that's probably why it was priced like that. So this is my oldest Coach bag. This is a nylon little shoulder bag, but it does come with a crossbody strap. And I got this as a gift from my sister when she visited America in the early 2000s. So this is the crossbody strap inside. And I wear this as my traveling bag because it's not super expensive. It's nylon, so it's easy to wash. I don't have to worry about if it gets stained. Very lightweight. So this is my going overseas bag, and it's pretty outdated. So it's not like anyone's gonna sort of like rob me for it or whatever. And the metallic finish, I've really put this bag through the ringer. I've put this bag through the washing machine several times, so the metallic finish is really coming off there. So thank you to my sister who got me this bag because it worked out to be a very utilitarian bag. So if you guys haven't already seen my Collectionmas day 1, 2, 3, and 4, I'll leave this here and I'll catch you in the next